The Strait of Gibraltar, known to the ancient Greeks and Romans as the Pillars of Hercules, is a narrow channel that connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea. This small sea channel passes between two of the world's most important continents, the minimum distance between which is only 13 kilometers. At this point, Africa and Europe come so close that if you stand on one side and look at it, you can easily see the other continent. But so far, no bridge has been built to connect them. Numerous proposals have been made over the past several decades to connect the two continents by land. This road is quite important because it can connect the population of 450 million in the European Union and 150 million in Africa. It will have a huge impact on the economies of both continents. Trade will increase, transportation will improve, and tourism will also increase significantly. But the question is, when there are so many benefits, then why is it still so important? Why was no bridge built on the Strait of Gibraltar? Viewers, welcome back to Past Empires videos. The Strait of Gibraltar connects two important water bodies, the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. This strait is a meager 57 kilometers long, while its width from Spain's Tarifa and Morocco's Sirius Point is only 8 miles or 13 kilometers, and when it comes to depth, the average depth of the entire strait is about 1,200 feet or 365 meters. The smaller this strait looks, the greater its importance because it is a natural passage between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic Ocean. In contrast, if we look at the Suez Canal, this man-made canal provides a route for ships between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. The width of the Suez Canal is very small, in which the risk of full-size ships getting stuck is always looming. The Strait of Gibraltar provides an open route for large cargo ships, due to which the number of ships passing through here is also quite high. 20,000 ships pass through the Suez Canal every year, 14,000 through the Panama Canal, and an astonishing 100,000 ships pass through the Strait of Gibraltar every year. Many cargo vessels bring valuable goods from the Western Hemisphere to the Middle East, Africa, and Europe, while some cross the Suez Canal and are delivered to Asia and China. Similarly, ships have to use the Strait of Gibraltar to go from the Middle East to Western Europe or the United States. And because the Strait of Gibraltar is close to fossil fuel-rich countries, it is also common for oil vessels to pass through here. According to a report, about 300 oil vessels worth billions of dollars pass through the strait every day. The Strait of Gibraltar is an important trading route for global markets, and because of this, employment is also connected to nearby countries. Spain's El Jazeera port, which is the largest shipping port in Europe, and the Tangier port in Morocco is also growing rapidly. Given the financial benefits from trade and tourism, many people wonder why a single bridge has not yet been built to connect these two parts of the world. It is not that it has not been thought about. Since 1979, several feasibility studies and proposals have been given, but there are some problems due to which building a bridge here will not be so easy. First, let's talk about the costing of this bridge. According to estimates, the cost of building the Strait of Gibraltar bridge could go from $5 billion to $20 billion because this bridge will be quite difficult compared to other large bridges in the world. First, whatever bridge is to be built here, it should be designed in such a way that even the world's largest ships can pass through it easily, which is easy to say, but perhaps quite difficult to do. We will discuss why this is difficult later, but it will cost between $5 and $20 billion. Obviously, the countries that are benefiting from the Strait of Gibraltar will have to pay this cost, that is, Spain and Morocco. Until now, the political leadership of these two countries has never been able to reach any agreement. Spain says that Morocco will benefit more from the bridge, so they should bear the higher cost, while the Moroccan leadership wants this cost to be divided 50-50. The second issue is the feasibility of the bridge, that is, how beneficial it will be after its construction. For example, if we talk about the Channel Tunnel between the UK and France, it costs 14.5 billion US dollars, but more than 20 million passengers use this tunnel every year. A passenger can reach France from the UK for 121 pounds or 150 US dollars, meaning that this tunnel earns about $30 billion every year, double its construction cost. Similarly, if a bridge is built on the Strait of Gibraltar, will it earn enough to easily recover the cost of the bridge? This is viewed with great suspicion because Morocco is a country with a GDP of only $130 billion, which is half that of Pakistan. If a bridge worth $5 billion US dollars is built here and the minimum fee is set at $20, then while the Channel Tunnel from the UK to France is used by 20 million passengers annually. The cost of the bridge can be recovered if the Strait of Gibraltar bridge is used by 250 million passengers annually, which is a very unrealistic number. The next problem is the construction of the bridge. As you know, the Strait of Gibraltar is a very busy road for ships. While keeping in mind that a bridge has to be built here that does not disturb this traffic, for this the height of the bridge will have to be kept quite high, which will be a big challenge for engineers. The average depth of the Strait of Gibraltar is 1,200 feet, but at some points it is more than 3,000 feet deep, that is, deeper than the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa. Till date, the world's largest bridge pillars are built in the Millau Viaduct and their height is only 1,104 feet. So erecting pillars larger than 3,000 feet in the Strait of Gibraltar, that too underwater, will be a task that makes engineers very nervous, and the strong currents of water here are not the same. At the bottom of the ocean, the water flows from east to west and on the surface from west to east. That is, if such high pillars are erected here, they will have to withstand the pressure of water from both sides. But the biggest threat to this bridge is the world's largest bridge pillar standing in water. It will not be from the pillar, but from the Earth's tectonic plate. Yes, our Earth's crust is made up of different sections called tectonic plates, and they are constantly moving, and where these plates meet each other, earthquakes are very common. Unfortunately, the Strait of Gibraltar is located above the place where the African and Eurasian plates meet. This means that even if a bridge is built here, the consequences can be quite terrible. It is only a matter of time before an earthquake in this region is avoided. In 1755, the Lisbon earthquake occurred, which had a magnitude of 8.5 to 9 on the Richter scale, causing great destruction in Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. Similarly, in 1960, the Agadir earthquake with a magnitude of 5.7 hit the earth, which caused devastation in Algeria and Morocco. This means that building a bridge over the Strait of Gibraltar means that it will have to compete with the high currents of the Atlantic Ocean from above. An earthquake of magnitude 9 or 10 will also have to be endured. In addition to all these dangers, the ocean floor of the Strait of Gibraltar is also not stable. Researchers say that there are layers of soft clay under the strait that cannot support any structure. This soft clay can easily shift during geological activity or under any kind of pressure. Geologists have warned that any construction project in this area could fail catastrophically due to these clay channels. But this does not mean that the two continents cannot be connected in any way. Several alternatives have also been given, such as a tunnel passing under the ocean floor, like the Channel Tunnel between the UK and France. However, this will increase the cost of the project even more, which raises a question mark over the feasibility of this project. On the other hand, Spain and the European Union countries believe that after building a tunnel or bridge, the number of African refugees or illegal immigrants in Europe will increase, which can be very difficult to control. These are all the reasons why no bridge has been built on the Strait of Gibraltar. Despite the fact that there is no distance between the two continents, I hope you will like and share this video of past empires. Thank you very much for your loving comments. I will see you in the next wonderful video.